You've inherited this. Now what? Well, the first thing that we want to do is separate the fine jewelry from the costume jewelry. And one of the quickest ways to do that as an assessment is to look for any kind of stamps that we can on the inside of each of the jewelry pieces. When I've identified a stamp, something like 925 for silver, 14K for gold, I want to start separating out the jewelry. So I want to make piles of what the jewelry is. So this is 925 silver. I'm going to set this aside and start a silver pile. Next, I'm going to go to this piece. It's a yellow metal, so I'm kind of suspicious that it might be yellow gold. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to look for a stamp. Typically, it's going to be on the clasp for bracelets and chains where you might see a stamp. So I'm going to start there. And there I do see a 14K stamp. So I'm going to set this aside and start a 14K gold pile. So now that we have this separated out into piles of certain metal types, we have our costume jewelry, we have our sterling silver, and we've got our 14 karat gold jewelry. The next step that we want to go ahead and follow through with is discovering what type of appraisal the client needs, if they actually need an appraisal at all. Sometimes when clients bring in jewelry like this and we go through and separate everything out, sometimes they're just looking for an offer to buy. They're just looking to get rid of it. That's not an appraisal type. So once I've determined the client does not want to sell the jewelry, but instead they want to divvy it up amongst family or maybe close friends, then I know that I need to render an estate appraisal. Specifically, it will be an appraisal for equitable distribution of assets. If it comes to light that the client likes one or more pieces within here, then I would talk about if they plan on wearing it daily or relatively frequently to go ahead and actually get an insurance appraisal for wear and tear or theft. If it is decided that the client does not want to keep any of this and has no intention of divvying it up amongst family and close friends, then the next step would be to help guide them to another individual who can help provide them an offer to buy. We call these individuals estate buyers or gold buyers, but these would be individuals, not myself, that could help give them an idea of what they could get for liquidation purposes.